Scorpio. Scorpio. It's your July 2018 Oracle reading with me, Stella Wild. Okay, so Scorpio, how are you feeling? Isn't it awesome having Jupiter travel through your own sign? Like, have you been feeling it? Did you get any like exciting gifts from the universe? Scorpio. Okay. So I am doing an oracle card reading for my beautiful, sexy Scorpios for July 2018. I'm using the Sonia Choquette Oracle deck. There is a name for it, and I don't remember the name. And the cats knocked the box for the cards off my desk, and it went somewhere. I don't know. But it's either Trust Your Vibes or Trust Your Guides, something like that. So that's the deck I'm using. I've had this deck for a while. I really connect with it. I love it. So I hope that this resonates with you. This is a general reading, of course. So let's see what's happening for Scorpio. Jupiter is going direct. I should have written down the exact date, but it is going direct this month. So you should start, if you felt a little cheated from the universe thus far, like, I heard this Jupiter is supposed to be a good thing, like, where's all my goodies? You may find that Jupiter starts delivering on those goodies this month as it goes direct. So that will be fun. I have Scorpio moon, of course. So I've been enjoying this Jupiter transit. Let me tell you, after that terrible Saturn transit in Scorpio, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying about that. This Jupiter transit has been like a healing balm on my soul. Like, my goodness, like, we needed that, right? We needed that Jupiter to smooth over some of the scars that we still have from that Saturn transit of Scorpio a couple years ago, which was pretty rough. All right, so Scorpio, things are looking up for sure. Let's see what the cards have to say for you for July 2018. Scorpio. I can feel it under my fingers, and I'm not feeling it yet. Scorpio. Okay, I think this one. Judgment. This one's been coming up a lot for some reason. All right, so you have possibly been feeling very critical of yourself. And I would probably say around the area of achievement. Like, why have I not attained this certain level that I've really been wanting to attain? And your internal critic, that's this figure here in this card, has been really casting this big this big looming figure over you in your mind's eye. Like why haven't you done this yet? And you are so lazy, and why don't you just rise above this? And da 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 da, you know, all that negative self-talk. And you know, these two sides of you are fighting the Scorpio and the Eagle, really. Let's look at it that way. So there's the Scorpio, right? There's the side of you that just wants to go raise hell and wreak havoc and revenge. This is the lower vibration of Scorpio on what you've perceived as injustices that have been done to you. And then the higher vibe of Scorpio, the Eagle, is about reclaiming your personal power and rising above and being dignified and seeing the big picture of things and not taking things so personally, because that is one thing that Scorpio does. They take things personally a lot. And again, I'm not dissing. I don't disrespect any sign. We all have all the signs in our chart. We may not have planets there or whatever, but we all have 12 houses. We all have Scorpio somewhere in our chart. I have a Scorpio moon. I do not disrespect Scorpio. I get Scorpio. And we sometimes, people who have Scorpio or heavy 8th house, like, we do take things too personally. And I think you've been kind of fighting with yourself about taking things personally and beating yourself up about, why haven't I achieved certain things yet that I really wanted to manifest. Let's see what area that is in. And that may be possibly because this Jupiter and all the retrogrades and the different things that have been happening has not helped, really. Like, there's been a few roadblocks, but it's nothing that you're doing wrong. And I think that's the other thing about Scorpio, is that they are very good at beating themselves up about stuff. They can be very hard, like Capricorn. They can be very hard on themselves. So let's see. So what is going on with this Judgment? So you've been really looking at the situation with this magnifying glass. Like, you've been going over, because that's in this picture also, this magnifying glass. You've been really going over every real and imagined flaw, mostly probably imagined, real and imagined flaw in yourself, and just beating yourself up. So I would suggest to stop doing that. But, you really, Scorpio, like, they'll do that for as long as they need to do that. They just will. And then they come out of it. So but sometimes Scorpio they can stew too much. They can really be trapped in that. So something to think about. All right, let's see. Scorpio, July 2018. What is just Judgment about? No, not yet. Not feeling it. Hold on. All right, this one. Okay, compromise. So I think this is not necessarily a compromise with another person. I'm sensing that this is this compromise that you feel like you have to make with yourself, with your own goals and the things that you wanted. Like, oh, I'm aiming too high, or I want too much. So if I want to achieve these things, this is this negative, okay, I'm getting it now. This is this negative, like, self-critical voice that's saying, well, you wanted too much. You can't have all that stuff. Like, who are you? Like, you can't have all that. So you're going to have to, like, get realistic and compromise. Like, you cannot, like, have all this. Something's got to give, right? And I don't think this, in other words, this is not about compromising out there with someone like you would normally think of this card. This is more about, I think, this Judgment, this figure. And again, look, we have sort of this shadowy figure here, like, overlooking this. Again, like, compromising what you really want, because this internal critic is saying you can't have what you want. You got to settle. You got to settle. Settle. S-E-T-T-L-E. You got to settle. And you're like, oh, hell no, I am not settling. And look what's in the background. In some of these cards, there's this kind of spirit guide, like, figure. That's how I interpret it. And so this could also be kind of like your higher self, your higher consciousness is there in the background going, but wait a minute, like, is this really in our best interest? Really? I don't think so. Okay. So really looking at, these things that you want and not settling, not letting that internal critic and that doubt make you settle for something less than you deserve. Okay, let's see. Scorpio. I'm feeling this one. Oh, interesting. So we have 2 higher self cards here. So now we have self-control. Isn't that interesting? Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. So look at this picture, right? This picture, this self-control. You can see in the light here. So this person is meditating, and look at all the people around him. But look how this person is so centered in him or herself, like centered. And notice how this figure has changed from the blue to now the green. So this is like throat chakra blue, right? All the negative self-talk, right? Here, heart chakra green. The self-control of listening to your heart and not the judgmental voice. That you have the self-control to listen only to your heart that's connected to your higher self, right? Higher self is right here. That's connected to your higher self. Creates this, I'm getting a chill down my leg. Creating a bubble of protection, of heart protection around you that does not let in all this negative, all this negative junk, people, ideas, negative self-talk around you. That you are so centered in your heart and knowing what you deserve and what is right for you, that these things cannot penetrate that. That is the eagle version of Scorpio. Not the scorpion stinging, he was mean to me, let me do something mean back. No, this is the higher self, the higher version of Scorpio. Grounded in that heart chakra energy, feeling so centered and protected and deserving of connecting the heart with the higher self, the channeling, the opening to the divine grace and wisdom, and channeling that into your being, right? And not looking at every flaw under a magnifying glass and letting that be your reality and thinking that you're no good and that you have to compromise what you want. You don't. So July is a very good time for you, Scorpio, to really stay centered in that heart-centered energy and meditate on what you really want and what you really deserve. Because when Jupiter goes direct, it wants to bring it to you. Okay, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it resonated with you. If you feel so inclined, can you please like the video below and or subscribe to my channel? If you're interested in a private reading, you can check that out on my website. Okay, Scorpio, I wish you all the best, and I will see you soon. Take care.